I'm sorry, I just tried to pick up my Morphe palette and then struggles of having semi-long nails, I just kind of digged into it. It's awesome! Hey guys, it's me, Riley. So I've been requested lately by you guys to do a, basic little routine that I do. So usually I don't like to wear that much makeup to school, sometimes not at all, depending on the day it is, but sometimes I'll wear a little bit, of eyeshadow and stuff like that, and you guys have been wanting to see what I wear. But if you are new to this channel, hi, I'm Riley. Welcome to the channel. This is a fun, smiley, cool, just channel where we like to just chill out and be ourselves. Before I put any makeup on, I usually like to remind myself or set a timer for 5 to 10-ish minutes because I wake up at 6:59 in the morning to get dressed and go to the bathroom and eat and all that. But I'm going to take the facial towels, which are basically like Neutrogena face wipes, and kind of just wipe down my face before I put any makeup on, just so I have a clean canvas to work on. And it also helps wake me up in the morning because it's nice. It's nice and cool and fresh. So once that's sort of kind of blended out, I like to take my e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach and put some of that under my eyes. And usually there's going to be a lot on the wand, so I do a little bit of dabbles in it. Like that, and again, I like to blend that in.
Hi, sisters!
Next, I'm going to take one of my favorite brands, Morphe, and use the eyeshadow palette that is 350. And the one thing is there is not shade names inside the palette, but you will get like a little thing that says all the shade names. So right here in the corner, I am just going in with my brush to add a nice little base. So right now at this point, you can still kind of see the light parts of the concealer. So this is when I add the e.l.f. HD loose powder. This is probably one of my favorite loose powders that is, number one, not just drugstore, but for $7 to $8, girl, you get a nice amount of product and it's pretty well. So I like to bake that and put that underneath the parts where I had my concealer or even added foundation. Today, I will let it bake and kind of just let it soak in almost. Next, once my eyes look like this, I'm going to just take a angle brush and go in with one of these little sparkles or shimmers. So this one I would usually go in with for if I'm doing a little bit more special event because it's a little bit more sparkly. But I'm going to go in with this shade right here that's a little bit less sparkly and kind of just swatch it. That's why I use angle brushes usually when I do eyeshadow, so I can just kind of go like, and I dip it in maybe once or twice just to still get a nice little pigmented color. Next, I like to take, this shade and lightly just dust inside the pan. And start to just go in with it. So it's a little bit of color, but it's not so dark. It's a nice little neutral color. Next up, I'm taking almost like a dotted brush and just going in with this little shimmer shade, or I would use a highlighter and just kind of go right here into the sides of my eyelids, right there, and kind of blend out towards the bottom too to add in that little pop of shimmer. I'm just gonna take a little quick check and look and make sure I do not have a unibrow and not starting one anytime soon because that's important. Same with my upper lip hairs and just basically all around, just making sure there's nothing like insane that I'm missing. Beautiful. So sometimes I'll just do that, but today I'm going to take my Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3, which is a tester, because baby on a budget. But I'm just going to use that to use that. So right now I'm just watching the best contouring colors and seeing which ones to use. So I'm going to kind of go in with a mix of these two and do that on my jawline. And like I said, I'm taking my angle brush again because that's nice to get in jawlines and just lightly dusting it on. And drew that jawline absolutely horrendously, but that is fine because experimental. Yeah, that looks terrible, but whatever. Then what I like to do, this is the Morphe M3110 brush, and I'm just using that to kind of blend out my contouring. Then I go back in with the comb just to kind of even some of the product from the eyebrows out and still give it its nice defined. Next, I'm gonna just go in with the little brush just to kind of get away all of that loose baking powder. That's what I'm calling it now, baking powder. And also help blend in my contouring. And it does look a lot better. I then also like to still contour my nose a little bit, just because, why not? And kind of, as I do that, get reminded that I need to blend out my baking powder that I have on my face. Next, I'm gonna go in with, I rave about this way too much, my absolute favorite liquid lip ever that is not matte but is still buttery and beautiful on your face is the Sugar Rush Sugar Coat in the shade Cake Pop. They have several other colors and wow. It smells delicious. This is not a paid promo by Sugar Rush. But anything I ever say sounds like it is. Okay. So I'm just putting this on my lips because it's still a nice little light shade, and then I always go like this. I take my fingers and kind of just upwards move my fingers towards my lips like that to get away any sort of overlining with my lips. I'm sorry, I just tried to pick up my Morphe palette and then struggles of having semi-long nails, I just kind of digged into it. Awesome! Okay, so after we're blinding and looking like mirrors, I am then going to take my ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Ija, I don't know how to pronounce it, and actually use this as a cheek stain. I know, cray, but yeah, I sometimes use it as a cheek stain because, you know, you can take more than one product and use it for multiple things. And when I first started out with makeup, that's what I did. And I usually have really rosy cheeks, so, oh, so cute. Last but not least, we have to just pay a little attention to the god himself, Jeffree Star, and his blinding highlighting every single day, baby, keeping that highlighting game strong. So we're gonna go with our Anastasia Beverly Hills Energy highlighter that I spent way too much money on because it was a collector's item, but whatever. And don't tell me that isn't beautiful. So I'm then just gonna take it, work, and put a little bit on my nose, and oh my god, already. Then put a little bit on my Cupid's bow on the top of my lip, and then putting a little bit of it over to where my brows are topped being lined. I'm blending a little bit of that in with my fingers. And then, of course, a little bit on the cheeks, because Gotta be blinding everywhere, baby. And here's the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoy this. Comment down below if you guys do a makeup routine in the morning and if you put on a lot or literally nothing. I love you guys so much. Video, please like and subscribe and join the camera roll fam. I love having more pics and I can't wait to see you guys next time. All right, bye.